Quaker Oats announced Wednesday that it will be scrapping the name and design of its 130-year-old Aunt Jemima brand in recognition of the fact that its origins are based on racial stereotypes. The origins of Aunt Jemima can be traced back to 1889 when Chris Rutt and Charles Underwood created a self-rising pancake mix. The product originally carried the name self-rising pancake flour, but Rutt was inspired to change the name of the mix after Rutt, one of the company's co-founders, got the idea for the name and logo after watching Vaudeville's show in which the performers sang a song called Aunt Jemima in an apron, head bandana, and a black face. In 1893, Nancy Green was introduced as Aunt Jemima at the World's Columbian Exposition held in Chicago in the guise of a plantation slave, where it was her job to operate a pancake cooking display. After the fair, Green was offered a lifetime contract with a pancake company and traveled the country on promotional tours until she died at the age of 89. Green was one of the first black corporate models in the United States, was very well recognized, and worked for 33 years helping to promote the brand. In her personal life, she even became known and well respected for her work as an advocate who spoke out against poverty and equal rights in Chicago. Following Green's work as Aunt Jemima, very few were well known. The company hired dozens of actors to portray the role, often assigned regionally. Since Quaker announced the decision to rebrand Aunt Jemima, several descendants of the woman who played Aunt Jemima are speaking out against Quaker Oats, claiming Quaker is erasing their descendants' history. The same day Quaker Oats made the announcement, the parent companies of Uncle Ben's, Mrs. Butterworths, and Cream of Wheat cereal announced that they would revisit their packaging, which was accused of being rooted in racist stereotypes or imagery. Colgate said on June 18 that it would review and evolve top-selling Chinese toothpaste brand Darlie, which once featured a smiling man in a black face and whose name originally Darky translated to black person toothpaste. A day later, Dreyer's Ice Cream announced it would change the marketing and name of its Eskimo Pie brand after nearly 100 years since the term Eskimo is considered derogatory by the native people of the Arctic. Nestle said Tuesday that it will stop selling under its Colombian Beso de Negra brand cookies and that it's rebranding its Australian-based Redskins and Chico sweets, describing their controversial names, which have prompted several years of complaints as out of step with the company's values. And most recently, Dixie Beer, New Orleans' oldest brewery, announced Friday it would change its name to shed any connotations of slavery as well. Quaker Oats announced that they will replace Aunt Jemima brand by end of 2020 and are expecting to lose market share as a top-selling pancake syrup in the nation.